Now, as you know, Nationals MPs have voted to abandon the party's commitment to net zero. The move has paved the way for a showdown with the Liberals. And joining me now, Nationals MP Michael McCormack. Michael, good to see you. Now, is it correct?
Hello, Sharri.
Is it correct that the national position does retain the commitment to the Paris Agreement?
Well, we need to reduce our emissions, but we need to do it in a sensible, practical way. And even as Senator Bragg said on Sky earlier today, the Paris Agreement doesn't actually say that you need to have your emissions. It's in the latter half of this century. But we can't deindustrialise Australia. We can't keep having this proliferation of wind towers as high as one Barangaroo, or almost as tall, right across the Yass Valley. We can't have these battery energy storage systems, which the local firefighters are refusing or declining to put out because they're simply not equipped and not trained to be able to put out. And we can't have these solar factories, which are going to be as large as Yass itself, cropping up on the edge of towns in rural and regional Australia. It's a nonsense. So can I just clarify? So you're retaining support for the Paris Agreement, but you're dropping the 2050 timeline. Is that the position, or is it dropping any? Well, that's the position, but we've got to. But yeah, sure, and that is the position. But we've got to make sure.
What is the position? You're dropping any net zero position, but any net zero goal, correct. But you are maintaining support for the Paris Agreement to generally lower emissions.
Well, I think it's important that we still lower. Yeah, I still think it's important that we lower emissions, but we don't do it at the cost of factories. We don't do it at the expense of having the likes of Tomago shut its doors. I mean, that is 11% of New South Wales energy. Now, if you ask Chris Bowen, he'd be quite probably happy with the fact that that comes off his emissions targets. But you can't deindustrialise Australia, Sharri. That is just a nonsense. And Labor's way is to have an all-renewables approach. Our way is to make sure that we have technology before tax, not taxes, in our energy grid. We need to make sure that we've got the right energy mix, but we can't have pensioners being impoverished. We can't have ordinary, average, everyday, mums and dads paying through the nose every time they open their energy bill. At the moment, it's $806 more on their energy bills than it was prior to May 2022 when Labor took office. I hate to say Labor took power because the power in the grid is costing so much more. I mean, where's the $275 power reductions that they promised? They're nowhere in sight.
I've reported tonight that the moderates still want to retain support for net zero. Is it untenable, in your view, for the Nationals and the Liberals to have different policy positions taken to a federal election?
Well, we had a different policy position on the wheat deregulation in 2008 when the Liberals supported what Labor was doing in that regard. But what I'd like to see the moderate Liberals do is stop backgrounding and briefing journalists. I think that quote by one of the moderate Liberals today accusing the Nationals of being terrorists in this day and age, when we're really worried about terrorists, I think was a bridge too far. Can't call us parasites either. If you're going to have the courage of your convictions, put your name to those sorts of insults. Put your name to it. Say it on the record. Don't brief and background journalists anonymously. That's a coward's way. If you're going to say something like that, put your name to it. I mean, this is just beyond the pale. But look,
you
if those moderates
wheat deregulation, but this is a much more critical issue, an energy policy. You can't seriously have a different position between the Nationals and the Liberal Party when you're fighting for an election.
Well, let's give the Liberals time to work through. Dan Tehan, I know, is going to present his report to the Liberals. So I'm told that could be even as soon as this week. So let's let the Liberals determine and decide what they need to do. We've had our report from Ross Cadell and Matt Canavan, very thorough. We took on board the reporting and the investigations by the Page Research Centre through Gerard Holland. It was a very considered report and we made our decision. Well, let's give the Liberals time and the space to do their own report and to see what they come up with.
All right, Michael McCormack, appreciate your time during this parliamentary sitting week in Canberra.